Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I was riding around, you know, uh, taking care of some stuff and just chilling and relaxing. And I was seeing uh, a very interesting conversation. You know, uh, some blacks were showing me uh, from it's from a fellow Facebook person about a black who bought into a franchise, right? They bought into a franchise, which is pretty amazing. That's pretty good. And then one of the people said, "Hey, you see, they didn't need affirmative action." And I'm like, there we go again. There we go again. There we go again. And I always wonder. I wonder, through my mind, with all these black people that come around on social media and YouTube, never fought for a bill to be passed, never had to hold the line against dogs, never had to worry about being beat or lynched or shot or stabbed or furloughed out of certain jobs because of their belief or their religion or the contents of their skin or any of that said stuff, right? They just think it's about just college. That just going to college is affirmative action. But it actually covers a whole plethora of stuff. And in saying that, it was interesting hearing certain representative blacks say, we don't need it. We don't need affirmative action. And I'm like, what? And I said, you know what? I really believe the 2023 Negro is just dumb. I really believe that the 2023 conservative or whatever social media Negro is just stupid. Because you can't find no other group where they will piss and crap on something that, mind you, you didn't put in, you didn't fight for, you didn't do anything to get it. You just have to exist and use it. And they'll still find a way to complain and say, we don't need it. And I'm like, you'll never hear the Native Americans say, we don't need the Trail of Tears. We don't need none of that stuff. We've had plenty of years to get our shit together. You'll never hear the Asians say, we don't need those pacts and those apologies and promises. You'll never hear the small head, the Jews saying, we don't need our payment. You'll never hear another group say the stuff that they get from the federal government or the U.S. that they don't want it. You'll never hear them say it. But something about this, I tell you right now, there is no better opposition to the black man than the black man and the black woman. Something about us, I think we try to outdo it, where if we can destroy what other people have built that we did not put in on, we'll do it. Why do we need affirmative action, B.M.T? I'm like, well, nigga, why wouldn't we want to use it? Did they not barely go after it? Well, other people use it. Well, okay, but literally your people fought for it. Your people fought for it. A lot of this, and it burns me up because you'll hear Men say, well, the women, well, then go use it too. If somebody says, I'm going to give you a pistol, B.M.T, to fight your enemies, well, there's 3 of them, but I'm going to give you a pistol with 99 bullets. You think I'm going to say, nah, I'm going to fight them with my hands? No, I'm using that pistol. I'm going to use my pistol, and I'm going to put them all down. Now, there seems to be this ideology or mindset that, hey, we don't need that crap. And I'm like, that's you. That's you. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. If you don't want to use it, then fall back. If you don't like, and see, that's the thing about it, I don't understand about blacks. And this is why I say some of our own people who may look like us or may think that they talk like us or walk with a few of us. And I'm not trying to do this group thing, but I question a lot of black men and women or minorities that come around saying, hey, why do blacks need affirmative action? I don't ever trust somebody who wants you or your group to not have access to anything. I say you're an op. I say you're an op. I say you're a direct opposition to progress. If you didn't use it, that's on you. Fine. Push. Move on. But what's your beef with others using it? Why do you have a problem with that? Somebody try to tell me, well, listen, we've had plenty of years to catch up. I don't give a damn. We have 5 billion years. Nobody, you know what? That's like telling a billionaire who knows how to cheat the system, hey, you cheated the system. Yeah. Why didn't you do it? I did it. Who gets mad at somebody who takes advantage of something that they are given to them? And see, that's the thing about it. Why I say this place is ran by a bunch of fools. This is why I hate it when people say, well, you got this and you got that. You don't need that. Well, nigga, speak for yourself. I don't care. If it's free, I'm going to get it. I went to the military. They had schools. Guess what? So I don't need that school. We get checks. Bro, I'm going to school. Fuck that. That's like somebody saying, hey, you can pick up those boxes or you can use the dolly. I'm using the dolly. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, but it's how are you going to build muscles? Who says I'm still going to move those stuff around? I'm still going to be doing the work. Some people just look for just the negative. Like they honestly diabolically have a diametric like issue with men and women who are minorities using affirmative action. Granted, where's that smoke for Indians? Where's that smoke for Asians? Where's that smoke for? And I mean, mind you, affirmative action is not just about school. But according to some of these people who are so educated, they understand and know that, hey, we don't need it. Well, no, you speak for you. Just speak for you. Say you don't want to use it. That's all there is to it, man. I don't see none of y'all out there, Ukraine shouldn't use U.S. military money and might. They shouldn't use that. Nah, bump that. They have no problem saying, hey, we need this, 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 we need it. Nobody does not mind taking advantage of the U.S. system, but black people, you got to get shamed about it, or you got to shame other blacks who do it. And I get tired of that. Like I side eye a lot of y'all people, man. It's funny, Candace Owens talks about affirmative action, and she went to an HBCU, and she was the main one trying to use the oh my God, they racially are talking about me. Now she's on here around white folks talking about how much she's being put down. I mean, I'm sure my wife, she says whatever they want to say. You know, you got Brandon Tatum and all the other cucks and coons. Like, I be side down there a lot of y'all, man. Like, y'all be sucking off the white man too damn much sometimes for me. Like, I don't know. Tim Scott got y'all fucked up in the game. But that's on y'all, man. You have a right to believe in what you believe in and walk in that. Yeah, you do. But ultimately, I mean, I gotta be for real with y'all. Some of y'all, if you got a problem with this, shut the fuck up and fall back. That's like the same people. Oh man, why we don't need stimulus checks? I'm gonna tell you right now. I hardly saw anybody burn up their stimulus check. Hardly saw anybody burn up their stimulus check. Hardly saw that at all. They were cashing them checks. PPP loans came out. Guess what? You know, it's funny. They were only showing off black folks. Look at all these PPP loan scandals. I'm like, dude, you're a little bit late because they got union scandals. They had police scandals. They had attorney scandals. They had $1 billion scandals with leagues filing for PPP loans, getting millions and millions of dollars and shit. But it was easier showing off the black people that were doing rap songs talking about PPP loans. But everybody else who had a scandal going, those were just swept under the rug. And see, sometimes, and y'all know I don't even do these conversations like this, but I just be listening and paying attention to the room. Y'all think about telling me about Robert Smith? Y'all think about telling me about millionaires and billionaires? That somehow represents the whole diaspora of black people. When he is a 1%er and a black one at that. So he's definitely a minority of minorities. But you know what? One thing about it was, if it wasn't for affirmative action, guess what? They wouldn't have to respect him or literally his business. Y'all forget. And see, this is why sometimes I just shut my mouth. I do. This is why sometimes I just shut my mouth. But I'm like, you know what? They say anything. They'll say anything. People will say anything. I heard this African woman trying to tell me about why black people don't need affirmative action. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Your people use it. Your people use it also when y'all come over here to go to schools. Y'all use it. Women use it. Men are learning to use it. But however, you know, it's a problem. How dare you talk about it? How dare you bring it up and address it? So I'm like, when is a good time? Why is all this beef about y'all on black people using something like that? Why y'all got smoked for minorities using it? When we done caught so many millionaires using their money and influence to get their kids in school that their kids did not qualify for. Hello. So wait a second. Why would they have to use it when they can just use their money to pay for their kid to get into that school? Their kid don't even have to have the good grades. Just have to have the right wallet. But see, I don't see y'all jumping on them. Brett Favre, didn't Brett Favre literally have a whole scandal going on? A lot of these dudes start getting scandals or things where they start paying and submitting all kind of allocated funds to get what they want pushed and what agenda that they want to be seen. Nah, man, y'all, some of y'all be bugging, man, and I just be like, oh, like my God, like chill out, like it's not even that deep, like y'all, like you're never gonna hear. I've never heard a Native American turn down money that the government was given. I've never heard that. Never heard them not take advantage of something of a pact or treaty that was signed and say, you know what, we don't need that. We have plenty of time to make money. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Is that serious? Hold on, let me see if I can go send out a link. So again, a handout based on political determination. Everybody got smoke. I mean, a lot of people got smoke against Negroes getting out of the military. I'm just being honest, man. Let me send out a invite. Copy. Shit. Hold on. There we go. Had to fix that. But yeah, man. All this anti affirmative action. Listen, man, that's not for y'all to judge, man. Somehow we get this hard on that we feel we got to tear down stuff that you did not build, you did not contribute to. That's why I feel like y'all are, having these issues. You're talking about stuff that you did not contribute to, that you have a problem about. Why do they need that? Why do they need that? We're strong. Okay, so we're so strong. Explain why it's the reading, and writing and arithmetic numbers are low. I mean, I'm just asking a question. Y'all guys got to start asking. Y'all got to start challenging these things, man. There we go. Y'all got to start challenging these questions, man. Like, and ask them, like, yo, so what? Tell me a group that gladly throws away the handouts that they so-called have, which, mind you, how y'all gonna say it was a handout and people died for this? Can you explain that? How is it a handout and people died for this? Like, that's the most disrespectful shit I be hearing. There's a handout, but people died for this handout. People were killed. People were beat. People were falsely jailed, put in prison, shot. They were sexually assaulted. They were dehumanized. They took pay cuts. They lost their jobs. There was a lot of blood and sacrifice and grit done to a lot of people who fought for this. None of you mofos here today have done even a fraction of what those people went through. Yet y'all feel like y'all have the balls to take what they did and say, fuck that, we don't need it. And see, for me as a veteran, for somebody who understands that a warfare and battle, y'all are pretty much a dishonorable pieces of shit in my eyes. I'm just being honest. I don't care how y'all feel about it, but you are. Y'all are very dishonorable. Got it? Well, the men back then, They didn't. You weren't there. You weren't there. You didn't put in no work like they did. You didn't put in the time that they did. Well, the women, well, you didn't. You wasn't back there when they were being humiliated, sexually assaulted, battered, talked about, ridiculed, being made fun of, being forced to have their hair and their stuff cut. You weren't there. You weren't there when they were being fired for nothing. So it bugs me that people who contributed nothing to what those people did have the goal to say, fuck affirmative action. Yet you did nothing for any of these civil rights bills. You didn't serve shit. You didn't go out there getting your ass stomped. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about a lot of these things that were passed back then in the day. You didn't put in the work. Listen, boy, my dad would box me in the face if I said, you know what the hell with affirmative action. My dad said, nigga, are you out of your damn mind? Do you know what a lot of me and my friends went through? My dad still has PTSD, remembering what it's like to have to walk and have to look at a bunch of state troopers that could shoot you and literally will never be prosecuted. And my dad is a veteran. I read the horrific stories of veterans who got on the bus and were told to sit in the back to yellow-bellied cowards who were afraid to go overseas and fight. But they had to get in the back of the bus. Shut up. Don't look them in the eyes. Get off the road and shit. You niggas weren't there for Jim Crow. Y'all didn't put in no fucking work. Who the fuck are you Negroes? I damn sure don't give a damn what no white man has to say about that shit. Or Asian, Indian. I don't give a fuck how any of y'all feel. No. You have no right. I can look at the pictures and portraits of what my daddy did, what my mom did. My mom was out there with younger women that were out there fighting for girls to go to certain schools. My mom was out there. My mom told me how scary it was being a young black girl going to a white school with adults screaming at you, yelling at you, threatening to harm you, threatening to get rid of you or destroy you. My mom was there. She has a nervous laughter when she talks about it. She tells me how my grandma used to pray over her, saying, let my children come home. What does that have to do with affirmative action? It does, nigga. A lot of that has to do with affirmative action. There's a lot of things that y'all just think it's about dumbass college. It was a lot of shit. That's what I said. Negroes don't fucking read. You go off what y'all are told. You don't actually read and study this shit. Y'all just say anything. I'm not about to say, take this away, and I don't know jack shit what it's really about. That's what pisses me off when I was listening to some people trying to tell me about something, and I'm like, nigga, this is the problem with a lot of Negroes. You open your fucking mouths too damn much, but you don't know jack shit about the people who got their ass stomped in and kicked for it. You don't know about the women that had to bandage up their men for getting their ass beat, for getting a job at a goddamn grease shop, and dudes will break their fucking hands and threaten them to come back to work, and they know, hey, I gotta go back to work. Earl, they will kill you. I have to go back to work. I'm not gonna allow them to run me off. Y'all don't know about them stories. I heard them stories. I know men who had to run moonshine routes to make money to feed their family. I know blacks who had to hide their money. Y'all say, oh, we collectively. No, nigga, you couldn't put your money in certain banks because they would have stole it. They would have stole it. They would have stole your fucking deed. They would have stole your livelihood. Do you know how defeated that is? That somebody that you don't even know could come up to your house and steal your shit with you and your children sleeping in there at night and just walk you out with a shotgun and threaten to kill y'all in the field? Y'all don't know that shit. Y'all just see, this is why sometimes I get annoyed with a lot of you motherfuckers. I do. See, I expect that of people who are not from here to say belligerent dumb shit, but the motherfuckers who actually here, and I don't even want to blame the American education system because you have a fucking library you could have gone to. Fuck YouTube. You could have gone to a library and read this shit. Rather than go to Daytona or all these easy places to go to, you could actually go to places. I had some dumbass motherfucker, Mike B, say, oh, black people are always allowed to go to any place that they wanted to in Massachusetts. Bullshit, Mike D, you dumb cunt. There were certain places in the inner cities, if you had gone there, they would have split your motherfucking wig. The mafia boys would have grabbed your ass, hauled your ass in a fucking alley, and beat the living dog shit out of you. Then call one of their goddamn stooge cops and locked your ass up. Stop playing with me. See, I know some of y'all are paid to fucking lie or say some dumb cunt shit. I don't give a fuck. There are women who had jobs that were raped, sexually assaulted, who were beaten, impregnated, and couldn't say shit because nobody would believe them because they were a fucking woman. But affirmative action, it's just about college. It's just about college. Y'all really should go read up on a lot of this shit. It wasn't just about college, dude. It wasn't just about college. It was just about, yo, man. It was about a lot of discrimination with your hair, your looks, your religion, your belief. I remember one time in school, I was a kid. It was we was in school, and back then in school, we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and we used to also say the Our Father prayer. 2 children were escorted out of the class because one did not believe in God, and the other one did not believe, and the other one was not a Christian. And they were told that they had to say the Our Father prayer. Thank God for our librarian that said, stop it. Granted, our librarian, he had put in a lot of work with the civil rights movement. Y'all do not have the right to force them to say a pledge that they do not believe in. You do not have the right to make them pray. I know some of y'all, oh, if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell. Last time I checked, your Bible said you have free choice and free will. But it seems like a lot of people like treading on other people's beliefs and works. Pretty contradictory, huh, for Christians? It just unravels my gears when I hear these people jumping around talking about how affirmative action should be done away with. But then they'll say, we got to do something about child support. We got to do something about getting jobs. We got to do something about the way how they fire us without even trying to, we don't get represented enough. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. Huh? But you literally want to get rid of certain rights that other people have fought for. That's crazy. I'm like, man, y'all just say any fucking thing, man. Y'all do. And it's scary because you'll say anything to be cool or to appease your fucking loser ass friends. My friends know how I feel about that. Hey, you know what, Johnson? We don't need that affirmative action shit. Nigga, fuck you. It's we mean it's we. Shoot, if you don't use it, that fuck it. That's you. I mean, well, as a white man, I can't use it. Weren't you didn't you come from a poor background? Aren't you part of the disposition? So why do you have a problem with other people using it? Why do you have a problem? That's why sometimes I talk to people, I say, yo, you gotta tell me why we don't need it. And I said, Betty, show me a group that says, hey, we don't need the stuff that the government gives us. We've had plenty of time. You'll never hear a small hat say, hey, we don't need this and that we get from the federal government. They go in there barefoot. You're never going to hear. Like I said, some of these talking points, stupid. Stupid. That's why I'm very wary of conservatives. Black people don't know how to vote. I heard that from progressive people. Black people don't know how to vote. We have to teach them how to vote. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Just say you don't know what black people. You don't know black people. Even black people don't understand certain things about black people. But it's very, very disturbing that people who never put into affirmative action or any of those civil rights clauses that we benefit from today. And y'all can say white women benefited from it more. Well, then y'all go to school. Then y'all say y'all have the most educated group of women, but the men don't go get their education. You know how to go get a record deal. You know how to go get a bitch. You know how to go get a job, but you don't know how to go get an education. They got to be taught that from their father. No, you don't. You just got to go want to go get it. If you got your mind set on it, you'll go get it. You'll go get it. There are black young men going to college. Hell, there are older black men going to college. My dad went and did it. My dad was literally in his 60s. And he went to go get his college degree. That's why I just shut my ass up, man. I'm B.M.T. Peace.